This is the place where sports opinions collide. That is Sports 365. What's going on? I'm your man, Manny Brown. Well, college football is back. And for people like me that love the sport, we're ecstatic. We're happy. We have something to do on our Saturday afternoons in the fall and the wintertime. But I wanted to talk about specifically in this video about this weekend in regards to what we saw this weekend and in regards to the college football playoffs, right? So everybody was excited late last week. You know, the college football playoffs will expand by 2026. It could be earlier than that, probably by 2024, to a 12-team playoff system with the 4-4 seed, when the first four teams getting a bye automatically. And the majority of people were ecstatic. There were some people like me that were kind of like, I don't know. But the majority of people were happy. And, well, let me be clear. The 4-team playoff does not work. It just doesn't work because you're going to basically have the same four teams playing in that 4-team playoff consistently every year, right? So the 4-team playoff system did not work. Obviously, we know the BCS didn't work. We know the Bowl Alliance wasn't the greatest thing to decide a national champion. So while the 12-team system is an improvement, I just don't know how much of an improvement it really is because the root of the issue is college football has a parity issue. Now, listen, I love the sport. I love it. Love the sport. Loved it all my whole life. But I can be honest and admit that, college football really seriously has a parity issue. I mean, right now, I can tell you the four teams that are going to play in the national championship in the 4-team playoff. You know, Alabama, some form, way or another, is going to be there. You know, Clemson, you know, Georgia, and you know, Ohio State. Those four teams are going to play in the college football playoffs. You just know some machination of it. One may be one may be four, but you know at the very end of the day, those four teams are going to play in the national championship semifinals, right? You just know that. You know it. Now, could there be some teams that upset the apple cart? Could a Utah maybe sneak in there? Not after this weekend. Could a Michigan maybe, if they defeat Ohio State, maybe they sneak in? Maybe. Could Notre Dame, if they go undefeated, as they seem to do every year almost, or close to being undefeated, could they sneak into the college football playoffs? Maybe. You know, if Auburn necessarily knocks out Alabama in the Iron Bowl, although I don't see it because Auburn's not that good, but maybe an Auburn can sneak in there maybe this year. Who knows? Maybe in Oklahoma. Who knows? But honestly, those are the four teams. And it's clear cut. After this weekend, it's clear cut. Those are the four best teams in college football. And I don't see another team in there. Like, okay, I know we've only played one game. Some teams have played two. But realistically, we just know who's going to play in the college football playoffs. And that's the problem. I don't think we have 12 really good championship quality teams. Now, I know some people will say, well, do we have 7 really good teams in the NFL? Do we have, 6 really good teams in Major League Baseball? Do we really have 16 great teams in the NBA? No. But you at least got to have more than 4. You got to at least have 5, 6, 7 really good, or at least teams you could see making a run. In college football, you don't have that. Can you sit here right now today and tell me that you think Utah is going to make a run at the national championship? Can you sit here and really tell me that Wake Forest, I know Sam Hartman is back, but you really think Sam Hartman coming back and Wake Forest making a run at the national championship? No, you can't. No, you can't. So I just think that there's a lot of issues going on right now with the sport and it comes to parity. And I don't know if the college football playoffs fixes that. I really don't. I don't think that you have 12 really good teams. I don't think that you have, I don't even think you got 6. I don't even think you got 8 really good teams. I think you got 4 great teams and then everybody else jockeying for position. And I'm not trying to be hyperbolic. I'm not trying to be, whatever. I'm just keeping it real with y'all. Like, we all know, like, you've watched the sport long enough to know, like, these 4 teams are the great teams in the sport. And then everybody else is just everybody else. Now, listen, could Michigan sneak in there? Of course. Could Utah maybe rebound after their loss to Florida and sneak in there? They could. Oklahoma's always got a chance, obviously. Oklahoma State's got a chance, obviously. Maybe Wake Forest or North Carolina State, if they end up beating Clemson throughout the regular season, could they sneak in there possibly? Absolutely. But right now, if you're a betting man or a betting gal, you're going to Vegas, you're putting money down on those 4 teams. You just have to. You just have to. Smart money would tell you put money on those 4 teams. Those are the 4 teams. And maybe Notre Dame. That's it. That's it. So that just kind of highlights the biggest issue with the sport right now is that there is no parity. There's no parity. And I don't know if the 12-team playoff fixes that. I really don't. And I love the sport. I want to see an exciting college football playoffs with 12 teams jockeying for position, battling it out, seeing who wins the national championship. But even with a 12-team system, I still think you're going to see some machination of Alabama, Georgia, Clemson, Notre Dame, and Ohio State. I've been watching the sport my whole life. Nothing that I've seen this weekend, nothing that I'm going to see in the ensuing weeks is going to change that for me. But we'll see. Let me know in the comments what y'all think, man. Is the college football playoffs a good thing, expanding to 12? Or should they just have stayed at 4? Should they go back to the BCS? Let me know, man. And as always, thank you for liking and watching and subscribing to Dead End Sports. Keep subscribing, keep supporting everything we're doing. Y'all know what we're trying to do. New videos, new content each and every day, 365 days. Let's get it. I'm out. Manny Brown, peace.